Alrighty.
Awesome. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to give everybody just a couple of minutes, but as you're coming in, everybody's going to see we have our friend Sam here with us today. I'm so excited to have
I'm
Sam with
back.
us. Super exciting. I love to have a guest, and Sam has been the only guest that we've actually had
Yes.
2 times now. So I'm feeling pretty good about
It's like
it.
it's like on SNL when you try to set the record of like how many times you've hosted SNL.
Yeah.
I'm currently winning.
Yes, you are. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So, guys, everybody, I'm gonna let you, Sam, kind of introduce yourself because we do have new people since the last time you were here. If you would like to just go ahead, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and about Sam's Bead Shop, and I will pull us up on
Sure.
my phone.
Hello everyone. It's good to see some familiar faces coming into the comments here. So definitely like say hi to us if you're here. We don't like to it's nice to know who we're talking to. I'm Sam if you don't know me already. I run Sam's Bead Shop, which is just, I kind of describe it as like a boutique bead shop. Nothing, it's not like it's just me. I have a full-time helper and some lady who comes to help me ship each week. So it's just a small little team of us. And I just am always finding my favorite beads and putting them out. That's literally the entire business. It's not complicated. Um, but today, Sarah and I are going to take a look at the April Sam's Bead Box, which is still kind of a new thing in the shop. I've been selling beads for a while now, just kind of on their own, but then April was the second month that I started kind of putting things together or based on what I wanted to put together into a subscription box. And that's called Sam's Bead Box from Sam's Bead Shop. So see there? See what I did there? Keep it stupid simple. So yeah, so we're gonna take a look at the April box. Sarah hates pink, so I'm super excited to see what she thinks of it.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's great to be here today. So
I don't hate it. I struggle with it, and it doesn't look very good on me. So it's definitely out of my comfort zone.
yeah,
However, I did tell Sam, even though I don't like pink, this box is gorgeous. Like, he nailed it. And the pinks that are in here are not like Pepto-Bismol pink. Like, these are very beautiful, luxurious pinks and peaches and just soft colors that I think look good on anybody. And there's little pops of purple in there too. So you
yeah.
nailed it. You nailed it.
Thank you. I'm excited to see what your favorites are in the box. And have you already come up with designs, or like are you gonna try to come up with things today?
So we're going to play around a little bit today. We're going to go through the beads, and then I had promised some of our viewers that I was going to show them the infinity links, which are super easy to do, but are really popular. And I thought, well, we'll put together maybe a pair of earrings, and I can show everybody like how to use the infinity links. But yeah, it's just kind of designed on the fly, just really casual. More than anything, I want everybody to kind of ooh and ah over the beads and and let you kind of talk through, the beads that are in the box,
Sure.
and maybe the reasons why you picked the ones that you had, or what your favorites are.
Yeah.
Anything you can tell us that will kind of help us get in the mind of Sam would be
Yeah,
amazing.
it's kind of interesting because I haven't done like there's a couple unboxings on YouTube of the box, but there's nothing of like me talking about the box per se.
Yeah.
This is kind of a nice chance for me to get to like actually get to talk about why the heck I picked
Yeah.
some of these things. And I mean, for some of them, it's not that complicated. Some of them I just really liked them, and I thought that went with that, and that went with that, and then they became a box and
Yeah.
called it a day. Hi, Rachel. Hi. Rachel keeps saying hi in the comments. Rachel teaches a lot of my classes over the shop. She's an amazing wire worker as well. Alrighty.
All right. After my heart. Oh, Wanda's in the house.
Oh, heck yeah. We got
Oh,
everyone here today.
Wanda says pink hearts might be Sarah's kryptonite. It's true. It's true. However, there are some pink hearts in this box that I'm in love with. I'm absolutely obsessed with. So
Sweet.
yep. All right, well, let's get down to it. You just stay right there with your pretty little face. I'm gonna come down to the
Mhm.
mat and we'll walk through this and you can tell us all about the goodies that are in here. Let me figure out
Yeah.
how. I gotta go to
And we forgot
camera.
to say this early on last time, so I'm going to force us to say it now. Um, the code
Uh-oh.
is Sarah. If you want to sign up, no pressure to sign up. If you want to sign up, you just go to samspeedbox.com and then use code Sarah for $5 off your first box.
Yes, yes.
Last time I said use code Simply Sarah, and folks thought I meant the entire code Simply Sarah. And so I felt like an idiot. So that is the code Sarah, SARA.
All right. So the theme for this box is Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, love to the mamas, Sarah.
Yes, love to the mamas. And so on that note, I don't know if I should start with the tiara cast or end with the tiara cast because that's kind of like the star of the show. Like as far as I'm concerned, like that's my favorite. So I don't know. I have it in my hand. I'm going to show it now. And you can talk a little bit about tiara cast and why they rock because I think everybody knows why they rock, but just look. How beautiful is that?
Yeah, these are the tiara cast botanical birds. That's the botanical birds pendant, and then there's the botanical birds links. And I just fell in love with them when I saw them when I saw that they offered these. At first, I was just going to get the pendant, and then I saw that they had the links too. So I felt like I couldn't not get the family.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
When you see them, I think I saw a photo of them. I was like, oh yeah, the design's cool. But then you get them in person, and the quality of that tiara cast stuff is like phenomenal.
Oh, I know. Tiara cast, they know what it takes to put together metal pieces. And like, it's just like you say, the quality is phenomenal and they last forever. And you can tell just by holding them that they're substantial. Like these are not flimsy little pieces. Like these are, these are little works of art. They're so awesome.
Yeah, they design them and they cast them in the Bay Area, which is not, I'm in the Bay Area here. So it's like a local company and they cast them out of lead-free pewter. So like, it's just nice to actually be able to like know what the metals we're using are.
Yeah.
They're made in the US. It's just like, we need a little bit more of that. So that's why I wanted to give a whole little tiara cast pack in this month's box.
Yes, and you included some head pins and some jump rings, which are so appreciated. I know I'm the world's worst about head pins. I go through them super, super fast. So I get excited when I get head pins for any reason, which is really funny because they're so like, it's just a finding, but they're so important in my life.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. There's like a cult around the tiara cast jump rings, I've heard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's funny because vintage is the same way. Like there is a cult following for tiara cast jump rings and the same little following for vintage jump rings. And I find that most people, when it gets right down to it, they kind of love both, but for different reasons. And yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Well-deserved cult following for those. All right, let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the mix. Just because I love a mix. I think we talked about that last time, how I'm a huge fan of bead mixes because it gives me the opportunity to get to sort.
Oh, you're a sorter. Okay.
I am a sorter. So it definitely makes me happy. These are beautiful. I'm going to pull everybody down just a little bit. Brighten things up a little bit. All right. So wow, this is like the other mix for the last box was amazing. This one is amazing too. There are so many different shapes and sizes in here. I'm obsessed with the little daggers and the little gumdrops. I don't know what I want to do with them, but I know that it needs to be something special.
Yeah, the gumdrops are new for me. I don't think I've ever actually designed with gumdrops. So I'm very curious to see what you come up with those, Sarah.
Yeah, I think they're so cool. It's just such a neat shape. And then the flowers are drilled through the front, which I love that. That makes you can add like a real thin jump ring through these and have them front facing, or you can put a little crystal in the center and put an eye pin through them. I love front drilled flowers. Those are some of my favorite things. And this pink, I can't be mad at that pink. I mean, come on. That's not a gross pink. That's a gorgeous, like rosy, just so soft and feminine. I love that so much. So you may have converted me. I've gotten on the pink train. The little 2 holes, I love those. These little guys right here.
Do you have a lot of designs using 2 holes?
I don't, but I have a lot of 2-hole beads, and I'm always wondering what to do with them. And I think I have an idea for these, actually. I think I've got a good one for those. So like for seed beads, obviously I use 2-hole beads in my seed beading, but when it comes to wire working, I, for whatever reason, never grab 2-hole beads. So I think I should probably come up with something. I think everybody would probably like to see a design with those. Our stringers, definitely can string them as spacers between, you know, a multi-strand design, which is awesome. Or you can do them this way and kind of treat them like a briolette and hang things from them, which is always fun. I love them. I love them. I love them. This is a beautiful mix. So is there anything special we should know about your mix here?
Well, I mean, it's each bag is different. So I actually, you open your bag, I'm like, I wonder what's going to be in her bag. But we had some of these larger beads. We had some larger beads this month, like that big round there. And I think that would be great as like part of a tassel, maybe.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I could stack that right on up. Put this guy either on the top or the bottom and then do like a really beautiful tassel underneath. That would be amazing. Oh, hang from the pendant.
Ooh, sparkly.
Tassel. Yes. I love that. With a white. I love this. It reminds me of milk glass, the white color. And I don't know. I'm very nostalgic about that. My grandmother used to have a ton of milk glass. Did they call it milk glass? It was like the bubbly glass. It was white colored, and yeah, that's what that reminds me of. I love that. I don't know. Maybe it was hobnail glass. I don't know.
I bet some folks here in the comments are going to know.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to move these out of the way. I don't want to put this one back because I want to grab from this and play with it here just a little bit. Definitely. So I'm going to move this one just kind of out of the way. And okay, let's talk about these because Wanda said pink hearts are my kryptonite, but this is number 2. Oh gosh, it's so hard to rank things in this box, but I gotta say, I think this is number 2 out of my favorites. I'll show you what my favorite is in just a second, but this falls right next to it are these table cut hearts. These are, at least for me, these are very hard to find. And the quality of these are some of the first ones that I've seen where that gold that's inside the flower is actually like full on. It has chipped away. It's not, you know, and it's probably because the ones that I've found previously are vintage. These look like shiny and new. Yeah, I think they are new. They're gorgeous.
I'm obsessed too. I got these in like a whole bunch of colors for the shop that are on like my main site, samsbeadshop.com. So I got these for the bead box because I love like the whole sliced kind of window look of them.
Yeah.
And so they just seem like they're destined for earrings because imagine that hitting light when they're hanging like that.
Oh yeah. They're so beautiful. They're so, so pretty. I love them. And I love them in all colors. I've been trying to find the red and in the black, but now that I have these pink, I'm like, I could make some great kits with pink too. Because I'm always thinking in kit mode. So I'm like, how could I make a ton of something with these?
Right.
So beautiful. Love them. Love them. Okay, so let me show you what my favorite is out of the box, and you can tell me why you included these, and I'll tell you why I think that they were the perfect inclusion. Okay, so my favorite are the elephants.
These have been a popular one this month.
Yeah.
Oh, my reason for these wasn't complicated. I saw that there was a good price on pink elephants, which meant I could put them in the box. And I was like, I love elephants, so they're going in the box.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. The simplest reason. Well, let me tell you, because you like, you're keeping it straightforward, and I'm like trying to be like, oh, well, it's because elephants are very maternal, and they, the mother elephants are the, they're usually the head of their herd, and they take care of all of their young. So, I mean, it really kind of cosmically worked out, Sam.
And of course, the design is one of my favorite Czech designs because the trunk's up, which is what they say is like the lucky trunk.
Yeah. So I have a recurring set of spirit animals. I know people probably think that that's crazy, but I have always grown up with elephants, crows, and now I have a lot of bears in my life. And so to get the elephants, I was so excited. I was like,
Aww.
yes, these go straight to my heart because elephants are, I have a huge collection of elephants. So this made me really, really happy.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. I can't wait to do something with these. And they match the heart. So I'm like, what can I do?
I know that pink and gold combination. Doesn't it just make you happy?
It does. It makes me grin like a complete idiot. I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. Okay. Because I will just sit here and grin like an idiot for the entire time. So I'm going to keep going. All right. So you did include these seed beads. This is one of the very first pops of purple that is in this box. So we're going to get down to some more purple in a minute. Now, seed beads, I know some of my people out there, which are also your people, some of my people are like, oh, seed beads are evil. But guys, I got to tell you, seed beads make the best spacers. If you are a stringer or a wire worker, do not turn your nose up at a seed bead because you can use these for so many things. And this color is perfect for this box. So you don't have to be a seed beader to appreciate a gorgeous seed bead. And these are awesome.
Oh yeah. I like to use seed beads for spacers.
Yeah.
Because they're cheap and uniform if you get some nice ones. And I don't know, they can have a good sparkle to them, which I like for a spacer.
I do too.
Especially like metallic type seed beads, which hint for next month.
Yeah. Don't tease us. We know you won't tell us more.
Oh, I literally will not tell you anything.
Dang it.
That's half the fun of putting this box together.
I know. So these are gorgeous. And you didn't skimp on the seed beads. Like this is a bunch of seed beads. So if you are a seed beader, like you could do a project with these, maybe 3 or 4 projects or more, like depending on what the project is. But I am in love with using them as a spacer. And particularly, I know when I do projects and I hang something, a lot of times I'll put seed beads where I'm going to hang my pendant so that the metal doesn't touch my bead stringing wire. And so to have a really beautiful seed bead hanging there instead of just like a plain metal bead really adds a little extra element of color and fun to a design. So totally. I'm always looking for some gorgeous seed beads. All right, let's see here. It's so hard to decide what to pick up next. Let's look at these. These Czech glass ovals, and these are not little beads. These are big beads. I love these. Those are beautiful.
Wanda says that is a giant screaming buttload of seed beads. Yeah, it's a tube equivalent. It's 25 grams. So yeah. We didn't skimp.
These are awesome. So I hope it's coming across. These are textured. Like they're not just a plain bead. They have that really cool added texture to them. And there's enough of these to do. You could do a bracelet. You could use these as focals in the front of a really gorgeous necklace. You can make a ton of earrings with these for sure. And they'll look so pretty with the seed beads.
Ooh, I like that. I don't think I have thought of putting those together yet. They're like, yeah. I like the shades are just different enough that they would actually work together, I think.
Yep. I think so.
Because sometimes when colors are like almost in the same color family, but not.
Yeah.
It almost makes it harder to put them together, but if they're slightly contrasting, then it works.
So pretty. I love that there's so much. There's a lot. Like I can't get over the value, because you're including so many things. It's not like we're just getting like 3 or 4 little packages of beads. Like we're getting full on, like that would be the equivalent of almost a full strand. Like that's,
Oh yeah,
that's
12 pieces. Oh yeah.
A lot.
Sometimes I wish that everything was on a strand because I like when things are on strands.
I do too. But it's easier to ooh and ah over them when they're in a little pile. And these are awesome. So this is almost a hot pink, but not quite a hot pink. And it works with all the other pinkies, and tie in your little seed beads and a little pop of purple. I can make all of that work together. I love it. Love it.
Fuchsia was actually the starting point for this box, was fuchsia and crystal or whites.
Really?
And then I had a hard time getting like a lot of good fuchsia beads that weren't like tacky looking.
Yeah.
And these are like borderline because they like have that metallic side to them. So they're kind of kitschy, but like also that's kind of what makes them great.
Yeah, I like them, and I like them mixed with these guys that were in the mix with that pink liner. I think that's fun because it's just enough pink, right, to kind of tie all of those together. I think it's so pretty. I like it, and I like the sparkle. So if sparkle and kitschy go together, I'm all about it. All right, now these are beautiful. So these are lavender jade. And the cut on these is just all types of yummy. Guys, if you've not been over to Sam's website, first of all, what are you doing with your life? Get over there.
Aww.
But when it comes to gemstone beads and the cuts, you pick out the best, like the best. I am obsessed. So what is that called? This
is the Art Deco cut. That's kind of been for the last few months in the shop has been really popular.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get, I think I still have it a bunch of stones in stock, but I've gotten it in like mookaite and lapis and amethyst and just like all sorts of, Botswana is on the site right now. And that is my personal favorite with really nice banding through it. Awesome. Because this cut has 12 sides to it. And it's so just like such a unique prism shape.
Yeah.
That it's just like, I've seen people like Rachel Malice here. She did a knotted piece with it and just kind of letting them speak for themselves because the fasting really sometimes you do not need to make it complex.
Exactly. Oh yeah. So I don't want to not. I have to show just because you mentioned the mookaite, so I've got to bring it out here. Because
right after the last live, I saw Sarah popped onto the site and got some of this mookaite.
Yes, I had to have it. So if you like that cut, he's got others. Oh yeah, and it's just all kinds of yumminess. It's just such an interesting cut to me. It's I don't know. I feel like sometimes for somebody who's been in the industry as long as I've been in the industry, which I mean, not forever, but over a decade now, sometimes I see things like this and I'm like, where has this been hiding? I know this existed before I existed in this world.
Right. Well, we're getting there's new cutting techniques that are making things more consistent, that are making things just like being able to make more shapes. Like it's kind of exciting to see that we're actually getting something different.
Yeah, it is. It's very exciting. And for me, it's like, oh, it's new. It's brand. It might not be brand new, but it is to me.
No, that's new.
These are so special. I love these. These are called Pink Dream. Hello. That's perfect. I love it. So I love a rondelle because there are so many things you can do with a rondelle. And these are little babies. And I'm obsessed. They're so pretty.
I just found the photo that like the inspiration photo that I took when I first started playing the box. Can I show you?
Yes. Let's
see. Oh gosh, hold on. Okay, no, you keep going for a second. I have to my computer.
All right, let's see. These are so pretty too. Look at those guys. Those are gorgeous. These little flowers, hibiscus flowers. Those are so pretty.
Aren't those fun? Yeah, actually, those are. I mean, they're as close as I could get, sorta, to the. Here's the photo. Yeah. So this is. I was on a walk and like.
Oh, how
You see
pretty.
that? Yeah. Um,
Oh, I see that in all of you did. You translated that perfectly. It's really spot
I
on.
think these are magnolias, but don't quote me on that. I'm not a plant person, but I love the color mix in them.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Alrighty.
There are these Czech glass potato pearls. Those are so cool too. And pearls are so hot right now. And I
Yeah,
love the shape.
I feel I'm feeling the pressure to go find more pearls for the shop because yeah, they're definitely in again.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think these actually I'll say, what do you think the pearls go with best so of what you've got so far?
What do I think they go with the best? They really look great with the elephants.
Yeah. I made a pair of earrings with those two together and I was like, oh,
Yep.
these are destined.
Yep. Oh yeah. Perfect. 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 But I could see them with the hearts too. I could put the hearts with anything, even if they didn't work, just because I love them. So,
I'm gonna need to get you a big old baggie of those hearts, Sarah.
I love them so much. Love them, love them. All right, so we're still going, guys. There's still more in here. So there are these are rhinestone beads. These are gorgeous. The sparkle on these are yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Preciosa crystal. And I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing lots and lots of Preciosa because of the end of you know who. So Preciosa, like, they are in the game strong.
Yeah, so these are made Preciosas made in the Czech Republic, and the quality I've been very impressed by so far. There's two Preciosa items in this box. If you were to tell me that they were the other Austrian crystal, I probably wouldn't be able to tell. Like I probably couldn't tell the difference.
Exactly. So this is the other Preciosa that's in here. And these are some little amethyst 4mm bicones. And it's just like Sam says, I don't know that I would be able to tell the difference because the quality and the cut is so perfect on them. So these are not like junky wannabes. Like this is the real deal. These are fantastic quality Czech glass that I'm telling you, Preciosa, they're coming on strong. Those are gorgeous.
Did you see the new pip beads that they came out with yet?
No.
Ooh, okay. So I just ordered them for the shop. They are special. They're these engraved pit beads, top drilled, and they are unique. I
can't wait.
They feel like really new. They're exciting.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's see here. I love this. Quartz rectangles. These are stunning. These are stunning. And again, with the quality. So these are not like, these are almost completely clear. Like, you know how sometimes when you get quartz, it can be kind of milky and foggy. Mm-hmm. These are not. These are perfect. I don't want to use the word perfect because then somebody will be like, well, but mine has a little imperfection in one of them. But I mean, they're gemstones. That's the way it is.
Yeah. And this was intentionally not like a high-end strand of quartz I included, but I wanted to include like, cause you can tell by the cut of them. They're like an irregular rectangle, essentially.
They're fabulous.
But there was something about it that just felt special.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like they could be dangled really well. They could, I don't know, just add a little bit of contrast to all the other more eccentric colors in the box.
Yeah, I think they were the perfect addition. So I have something in my box and I wasn't sure if it was actually, I guess it is. I must have just lost the bag, and that's these guys.
Yeah, that's part of the box.
Okay, good. Because I was like, is that one of my strands? Where's the bag? So yeah, I love a drop. And these are beautiful. They're so pretty. Are these Czech? What are these? Since I don't have.
Yeah, those are Czech. Those are Czech glass drops. I want to say 8x6 millimeter, if I remember.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Like just a little drop underneath one of these little rhinestones, like simple but beautiful sparkle. Yep. All right, there's one more thing. Like we have a pile. You guys look at all of this, and there's still one more thing. And I saved this for the end because I know that some of you that have watched me for a long time will know why this is important to me, why I saved this for last, and why I was so excited about it. So there's a strand of pink tourmaline, and I don't have this thing. Okay, first of all, tourmaline is one of my very favorite gemstones ever, and I have it all around my office. There's several pieces of it like right around me at the moment, just because it's one of those feel-good stones for me. Like other people have other feel-good stones. Tourmaline is one for me, but the little babies, I hoard these like I don't even know why, but this little baby cut, I have these in every color of the rainbow except for pink. And when I got these, I was like, my collection is complete.
Oh, that's perfect.
I know. And I haven't turned them into anything. I save these. I have them in a little bowl, and I keep them just so that I can look at them and be inspired by them. But I have yet to turn a single strand of my little baby gemstones into anything. And I don't know why that is, but these will go in my bowl so that I can just touch them and be like, my precious.
Oh, that's perfect.
I know. And so pretty.
We had a couple questions in the comments. So if you didn't get the April box, I do have, it looks like 9 of these items are still in stock, all like of the extras on samsbeadshop.com. Like the tourmalines, the seed beads, some of the crystal quartz. The elephants are still there. The ovals, the pearls, even the sliced hearts are still there. So
Awesome.
those extras are there if you missed the box. But then definitely I super encourage signing up for the May box because there's still slots open. And of course you can get $5 off and support Sara in the process.
Yes. You guys, you don't have to use that, but if you do, know that it is appreciated. And
You say that every time. If you guys are supporters of Sara and you don't use the code, shame on you.
So Sam says what I'm really thinking, and no.
It's like that Key and Peele skit of like, I get to be the actual voice in your head. No, Sara does so much. So like anything we can do to support her.
Thank you. All right, so let's play for a minute. I don't want to keep everybody forever, but let's play for just a second because I can't not have a pile of yumminess in front of me and not do something fun. So, but now I'm like looking at the elephants and I'm like, maybe an elephant. I don't know. Let's see. So somebody had recently asked about the infinity links that I have done previously. So let me try to move everything out of here just a little because I still want to be able to get to everything. And I'm really thinking maybe a pair of earrings with infinity links and our elephant. I don't know. So I'll just show you these real quick because these are Wanda, you are such a sweetheart. Wanda says Sarah's still learning to not apologize for making a living from her talent. That's true. It's hard for me. Hard for me. So hard. All right. So infinity links can be used for anywhere you need a link. If you need a chain link, if you need, if you want to make an entire bracelet out of them, if you want to, I mean, you can do anything you want to with them. I don't know why I pulled out the 22 gauge. That's not what we need. We need some 18 gauge wire for this. We're going to use a little heavier wire than normal, but if you wanted to use 20 gauge wire for this, you absolutely could. So I'm using German style wire. If you want to use artistic wire or parawire or any of the other wires, just know that you need to work hard in these. Okay. So I'm going to cut a little bit And I'm going to bring in my favorite tool in the entire world, and that is the stepped bell making pliers. Now, if you don't have these, you can use the small bell making pliers or the round bell make, or I'm sorry, the large bell making pliers. You can do like a combination of both, but these guys are my go-to. So this is super duper easy. So I'm going to take a piece of wire. I haven't pre-measured. I just, you know, we're kind of on the fly here. So I'm going to use the second step up. So not the tiniest, but the next one up here at the front. And I'm going to turn a little loop just like that. And I'm not going to break the neck on it. I'm going to leave it just like it is. But now I'm going to make another loop opposite it with the largest part of the tool. So I want to place my wire back here. I'm going to use this largest mandrel, and you can see I'm right up against the tool, and I'm just going to guide that wire around. Then I'm going to take that off. Okay, so basically what we have is a little figure 8 here. We need to make 2 of these, but I want to trim off, and I want to cut right at the edge where this wire is going to come down and meet. So we've got that. Now we want to make 1 more of these. So I'm going to sit this one down. We're going to make 1 more. So same thing. We're just going to turn a loop. And then going in the opposite direction, we're going to use the largest mandrel. Bring it around to close. And then you want to come in with your cutter tool and trim. All right. Now, I probably would put these on the block and work harden, but I don't have that on hand at the moment. So we're going to pretend like I work hardened these. And I'm going to grab some jump rings real quick. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to use 2 pairs of pliers here and some 6mm jump rings. I'm going to hold a jump ring between 2 pairs of pliers, twist to open. I'm going to thread on the small loop of one of them and the large loop of another one. And then we're going to close that back. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, I like to use 2 jump rings for these on the top and the bottom, so I will add extras. But you
Oh my gosh, they're going together. I didn't know it was exactly. I didn't know it was happening.
Yeah. So,
Sarah, you're full of surprises.
Everybody likes these. I haven't done them in a really long time. So then when you hang them or you use them as your links in a project, that's what they look like. So it's a little infinity knot of sorts, and it just makes the coolest little, like, you could do a whole chain bracelet out of them if you wanted to, or just use them as your connections for other things. Whoops, sorry guys. I like to add a second jump ring to them. Just, I don't know why, it just seems to be a design choice, I guess. But so I'll add a second just right next to the jump rings that I already added, so that it's a double. And then I'm going to do that on the bottom as well. And then let's attach an elephant to this somehow, which I think is fitting. No, elephants are just so special. All right, so we've got our little link, and it doesn't look so great just holding it. You really have to like put the whole thing together. So let's do a knotted head pin. Sam, do you make knotted head pins?
I've never made a knotted head pin. I'm excited to see one.
All right, so we're going to use a piece of 22 gauge wire.
Okay.
And a pair of round nose pliers. So we're going to grab the very tip of our wire with the very tip of our pliers. And we are going to roll the pliers. We're going to roll that wire around the pliers once, and then a second time directly underneath the first. So we're making like a little coil out of our wire. and you want to stop where you see that flush cut of the wire so that you know you've been around twice. Okay. So now before you take the wire off of the pliers, holding this way, you want to bend the wire so that it is actually running underneath those two coils.
Okay.
Okay. Now we want to take the tool away. We're going to take the tail end of our wire and we're going to go back through that little coil that we made. It's like a little lasso. Okay. So now you got to have a pair of nylon jaw pliers. You cannot do this without nylon jaw pliers. So I'm going to hold the nylon. I want the coil that I made to sit right up against that nylon. And I'm going to take another pair of pliers and I'm going to pull. And as I pull, I'm going to pull a knot or a little rosette shape into the end of my wire. And you've got yourself a head pin.
Oh my goodness. Wait, can you show it? Can you show me once more?
Yeah, I can. Let's thread our elephant on here.
I mean, I just want to see I'm curious what the shape looks like at the bottom.
Oh, so it's just a little knot. Let's do it again. So
Sorry, don't mind the trash truck that's literally going by right now.
that's
You know,
okay.
just quarantine times.
So grab the wire with the tip of your round nose pliers right at the tip of the wire. We're going to roll around the tip of the wire once and then twice directly underneath. And then you want to stop where you see the flush cut of the wire. Bend the wire underneath so that it's running underneath the coils. A lot of people want to bend the wire the other direction. Don't do that. You need to be sure that wire is going underneath those coils that you made. Taking that off, so you just got two loops here. We're going to take the tail, go back through the loops that we made. Bring in our nylon jaw pliers and hold tight. Make sure there's no space in between the coils and the side of the pliers. And then you just want to pull. And you do have to pull kind of tight. And it just makes this perfect little, some of them look more like a spiral. Others look like a little rosette. So they're very kind of floral. And a lot of that kind of depends on how hard you pull and how thick, what thickness the gauge is of your wire.
Mm-hmm.
But what it does is it brings that wire from the center of that loop so that your head pin is not offset, because you can make a head pin another way, but your wire is kind of set off to one side or the other. So that keeps that wire coming straight up the center. So when you thread your bead on, it's going to be centered on your knot, which I'm kind of a weirdo about little things like that. Like I have to have it right in the center.
Oh, I agree.
Throws me off.
Wanda says you have to say ta-da, Sarah, and you didn't say ta-da either time.
Ta-da! So there you go. And it's perfect for those of you who've never done those before. I like it because like we've made our little infinity knot here and the color is a certain color, obviously. Well, sometimes when you go to buy findings, they don't always match your wire. So if you want them all to match and you can make your own findings, then that kind of solves that problem. So I know that my head pin matches, the metal color matches exactly. So that's part of the reason why I use them so much.
Totally.
All right, so I'm going to do a wrapped loop on this guy, and then we'll attach him to our little infinity link. So come in with my round nose pliers. I'm going to take that wire up and over, rotate my pliers, and then take the wire over. Now you have to kind of spin your elephant to get your wire wraps, and that's fine. He's
wiggling.
He's wiggling. Make your elephant wiggle. And then you can come in with your cutter tool, trim that off, tuck that little end in. All right, and now we're ready to attach him. So I probably shouldn't have attached these just yet, but we're going to reopen these so we can attach our elephant here. There's one. Let's open up the second one. Whoops. Close that back. All right, so now all we would need is just an ear wire, and we've got a cute little infinity wrap thingamabob. For the lack of technical terms, we have our little wire wrapped link with our elephant hanging from it, and you can even come in here to your infinity link, and if you wanted to, you can wire wrap like a bead in between to add more color if you wanted to, so you can
Totally.
change up the infinity links a lot. But
That is
yeah,
gorgeous. I love that, Sarah.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Super cute, easy to do, and you know, you can work up the infinity links really, really quickly. You just, it's one of those things that I kind of like to do mindlessly, so I'll like turn on the TV and, you know, make some infinity links, and then I always have them if I need some sort of link for something. So I'm a weirdo like that, just making components as I sit and do something. But yeah, I thought those are super cute, and I love them with the elephants because I love bringing that gold out. Super pretty.
What kind of gold wire is that?
So this is gold color German style wire in the 22 gauge and in the 18 gauge. Now it doesn't, I have it in these monster packs of, you know, a fourth a pound, but it comes in smaller little packaging,
Yeah.
like that normal people have normal packaging. I have insane packaging because I use a ton of it. So
Oh yeah. So someone's actually also curious how you would add a bead to your infinity link. Do you think we have time to show that?
Yeah, so the thing about adding a bead here is, let's see, let me grab some 20. You're going to need 24 gauge or 26 gauge. Let me grab some. I'm going to try this with 26 gauge. So the only thing about this is that it is a little bit difficult to add your bead in between there if you don't have something where you can pull both ends apart. So like if you've got a helping hand or just some clips where you can clip either end of your jump rings, that's going to hold everything and give you an opportunity to not have to fight against it moving around so much. So we'll try it freehanding it, but it does help if you can, you know, stabilize it, if you will. All right, let's use one of these. Actually, let's wire wrap first. So what I would do is where the two wires are coming together, where they're overlapping each other, that's where you want to start your wire wrap. And you don't need a ton of wire. I got way too much wire for this, but so you just want to wire wrap maybe 2 or 3 times right there at that little spot where they're coming together. And here's the tail. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the tail off. It's kind of hard to see, I know, because my fingers are in the way, but once I add this bead and pull my fingers away, you'll be able to tell a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to add a bead to that and drop it right down into that space. Well, this is where it's tricky because you've got to kind of hold everything. All right, so you just want to, I know it looks like a hot mess at the moment.
I mean, I can see where it's heading. I like it.
Yeah, so you're just going to wire wrap again over here on the other side, but you do have to hold everything in place. And that part is, it's hard to do. I like to use, you know, just those little, you could clip this pretty much to anything if you wanted to, but if you had a chain stay or you know, the little helping hands, some of the lights have extra little helping hands on them. I use mine for something like this so that I can get both hands free. Uh-oh, I'm opening up that loop. Okay, so I'm going to wrap 1 or 2 more times and then pull it all open again so you can really kind of see. And 26 gauge is definitely what you're going to want to use. I feel like 24 would work, but it is a little on the chunky side. 26 is just small enough to get in those little spaces. All right, let's pull this way. So it's not perfectly centered, but it's pretty darn close. If I had, if I had been able to kind of pull these apart a little bit more, I could have gotten it. I could have got it centered a little bit more. You can see where it's pulled up the circle on the one that's laying over the top a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh, but it looks like in like a set stone, and that's what it's really pretty.
Yeah. And no, it's not difficult. It's just, like I said, you just really want to be able to pull your two ends apart to really open up all the spaces in here so that you don't accidentally do like I did. Like this little area right here where one end is shorter, that's going to drive me crazy. So I'll have to pull the whole thing apart and do it over again because I'm a perfectionist. But you get the general idea. So just really, really thin gauge wire and a small bead. You definitely want to use a bead that's going to fit in those spaces. Don't go too big, because if you do, that definitely pulls your two little links apart for sure. So there you go.
It's a great design to know.
Super cute. All right. So I'm going to turn around. See if I can figure out how to do this without turning off the actual camera.
If you heard last time, I took over the stream by accident because Sarah left me.
All right, so let me hold this up. I don't have an ear wire on it, but I can still kind of hold it up just so everybody can get kind of an idea of what that would look like. My fingers are way in the way. But it doesn't make it's not huge and overpowering for the elephant. Like the elephant is still definitely the star, but you do have that fun kind of wire work going on. And it's not a heavy earring by any means. So that is super, super cute.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's great.
Oh, so I've been just totally ignoring the comment section. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be rude. Do we have any other questions? Anything anybody else has?
I think we're pretty good. Rachel Malice has been helping out with the Sam's Bead Box questions. Thank you, Rachel. Didn't even ask Rachel to be here, so I appreciate you. No, I think we're generally pretty good. Okay, cool. I mean, I also could have missed some, but I tried to keep an eye on it. But it was so cool to get to see what called to you in the April box.
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely a special box. And I kind of feel like everybody's going to have that. Like, I was called to the elephants and to the Tourmaline, but now that's going to be something totally different to somebody else. But I think that you've appealed to everybody. Like, even if you don't like pink, I can't see a reason why you wouldn't fall in love with something or more than a few somethings. Like, this box is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And to lay it all out and to get to see that picture of where you started, that's really, really special. Like, I feel like you just kind of let us into your world and your head in a way that was just like a really special moment. And I can see that translated into the beads. Yeah. And that's really, really special. You're doing more than you said at the beginning. You were like, oh, that's all it really is. It's just me picking up beads that I like. But really, I think there's a lot. I think you're not giving yourself enough credit there. You're an artist, and you're bringing, your little world into our world. And it's really a special thing that you're doing. So don't look at it as just being beads. You're making an impact in ways. Sarah,
you're not supposed to make me emotional 11 a.m. in the morning.
It's funny because I've learned in my own journey, I have learned that what I'm doing is so much more than making jewelry. Like, I'm impacting people's lives in ways that I can't even begin to understand. And it's the same thing with you, because you're bringing color and texture into their world where, they maybe have not looked at color and texture the way that they do until now. And that can change their entire perspective of the entire world. So you are, you're pretty special, Sam. Just want you to know. We love you.
I can't go there. Oh, thank you, God.
So true. So true.
I had like a train of thought. Now I.
Sorry, I have a tendency to do that to people.
Oh my gosh, got me all weepy over here. I I wanted to like talk a little bit more about like the theme because I don't think I really have. So the theme this month was love to the mamas.
Yeah.
Because the timing, of course, like Mother's Day next coming up, but just like I don't know, I was feeling like I don't know, just maybe I was just feeling like a little extra grateful for my own mom and grandma. I don't know, I've gotten to actually be with my mom more than I expected this last year. We've gotten a lot
Yeah.
closer. And also even like doing more family Zoom calls, getting to see my grandma more, and just like, well, I finally gonna get to go see my grandma and like in a few like next month, I think in June, a couple months,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to finally go see her now that we're all vaccinated and like, so it's just like I don't know, it's just important. I don't know. I was feeling like I wanted to say thank you and I know we have a lot of moms and grandmas here, and so just we have you a lot of you guys are special people, and
Oh yeah.
don't
For
get enough
sure.
credit. So you're a mom, Sarah. You know how it's a lot of work, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I think I was a lot. I think I
Yeah.
was a handful. So yeah. So just saying a thank you to the moms out there, and I hope you like this box. This one's dedicated to you.
You nailed it. You nailed it. There's so much love in this box. So yeah, we're feeling it. We're feeling it so, so much. And yeah, a huge thank you to all the moms and grandmas out there. And yeah, well, I could just go on and on about that too, but I won't. I won't. But yeah, it's so special. It's super, super special. And you know, it's funny how beads and things tend to unite all of us. And it's even more amazing to me just because I can't let this comment go without saying something. You were talking about how you've gotten closer to your mom and you get to see your mom or your grandmother through, the Zoom meetings. It's amazing to me how even though in a pandemic situation where we're all so separated from each other that we have really found ways to connect with each other and even get closer than we were when we could see each other
Right.
anytime we wanted to. So I feel like even though this has been very disastrous on one level, on another level, it has really changed lives. So,
I don't think
always try to
I
find the
wouldn't be
silver
doing what
lining.
I'm doing right now
Yeah,
if it weren't for. I mean, there's at least some silver linings to all this. So just like
absolutely.
I think I would still kind of be on the opera trajectory and not have realized that maybe wasn't the path that I really was wanting.
Yeah.
So like I've really found like a home in doing beads and just like having a much more stable life and still have creativity in it and still get to like have fun interactions with people like you, other like creative spirits.
Yeah.
And every customer is also a creative spirit in like this world.
Oh, yeah.
Why my customers never feel like customers to me because like we're all sharing what we're making
Yeah.
in like the groups and like it just feels like we're all kind of part of each other's creative journeys, inspiring each other and like I don't know, it's special.
It is. It's very, very special. And like it or not, you're one of us now. So
I try to pop in. I go swimming Tuesday and Thursday morning. So usually I finish up my swim and you're starting your live and I try to pop in and like see what Wanda's yelling about that day. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we are happy to have you for sure. I really appreciate you coming and making time, especially early in the morning to come and be with us. I take for granted that it's already like 2:00 in the afternoon here, but it's still very much morning for you. So I appreciate that because I don't get out of bed for just anybody.
Well, you got me going this morning, Sarah. I got to take a shower. I had to. Oh, also, I got to finally like set up and like this was unexpected in my new place I just moved into this month and like
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, I got so this was fun. I actually think it's a lot nicer than doing it from my office. So this might be a thing now to do some of the classes from here.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
I don't have any beads here yet, but I can fix that.
Oh yeah.
We've got one of my roommates has a sewing machine right behind me, so maybe I can.
Oh, lots of creativity.
Maybe I can add to the mix.
Oh, that'd be fun. Awesome.
Alrighty. It's already 11 o'clock. My goodness. So does that mean we're at time, Sarah?
We are at time. today, everybody. Thank you so much, Sam, for joining us.
Yeah,
And thank all of you for coming and hanging out with us. Don't forget, you can use that $5 off by adding Sara in the coupon code box if you would like to. I would appreciate it, of course, if you do. Don't have to, but I would love it if you did.
Yeah.
And Sam would love it if you would subscribe to his box. I cannot wait to see what next month's box is going to be. It is always so much fun to get beads in the mail. Who doesn't love that? Come on.
And surprise beads. There's something extra special about surprise beads. So
exactly.
you gotta get yourself, you gotta add some surprise to your life.
Exactly. Give yourself a present. You deserve it. So, all right. So as far as me, you guys, you can catch me tomorrow on my Feel Good Friday show at 1 p.m. We will be doing our usual Feel Good Friday where it's quick and easy, simple jewelry that you can take into the weekend. I've got kits going into the shop. I'm restocking some kits that are going to be there. And that is pretty much it for me. I do have a Michael's class on Tuesday at 2 p.m. I'll talk about that again tomorrow during the live in case you've missed any of that information. Sam, where can we find you next?
Oh, sure. Me next. Well, see, it's Thursday, so it's very timely. My weekly live sale is tonight. It'd be very cool to see some of you folks there.
Yes, yes.
I should have my link ready. I have a text list like Sarah does. And that's like literally the only way to communicate with my customers these days. So we just pasted the link if you want to sign up. That's for my text list. That's not for Sarah's text list. So that's at 5 p.m. Pacific tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
And then we have a class on Saturday. We're doing a couple different classes with Rachel Malice on double drilled gemstones.
Oh, awesome.
I got a bunch of Dakota stones, double drilled stones in. And then Sunday is New Bead Sunday, which is a favorite day in the shop. In my main group, Sam's Bead Shop VIP, where I post new beads each Sunday. So always lots going on in the shop. So if you're on the text list, that's like a good place to like make sure you don't miss anything. And absolutely. I only send those like three texts a week. So it's like, I promise I will not make your phone blow up. But I started that just so folks can actually, I mean, it's why you started it. It's just people want to know what's going on. It's like one of the only ways these days.
Yeah, I love it. So much easier than an email list. I started an email list and then completely abandoned it because it was so time consuming. Yeah. So the text messages, like that's where I'm at. So it's 100%. Much easier for me.
Yeah, you guys sign up for Sarah's text if you haven't already. I think she has all the info in her group, if I remember right.
Yeah, and if you guys are not part of Sam's groups, go join Sam's groups. Like we sharing the love all over the place. So definitely don't miss out. Sam's got the best speeds, so you don't want to miss out.
All righty, we are going to sign off, I think. And
yes. All right, thank you.
Such an honor to get to join you again, Sarah.
It was so much fun. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the amazing beads, Sam. Thank you to everybody, and we will see you guys soon.
Bye everyone.